Hello Internet, my name is Vedrit and welcome back to my monthly development update video for the False World. It's been full steam ahead over here and I am pretty excited to show you guys what I've been working on. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Now while this is loading, the first thing that I worked on is perhaps the earliest requested feature. Shortly after I got the inventory system working, it was requested that I implement quick loading. As we can see, if I hold down the left control and right click, it quickly moves the bag into our first available bag slot. If we open that up, of course, everything works as if we had clicked and dragged it. This did require that I make some very drastic changes to how the character inventory is managed, and I think that the changes that I've made have made things much more streamlined and will make future work a lot more manageable. And of course, if we go ahead and move these other items in, it fills in our available bag slots. These other items, of course, instead of going into a bag slot, they'll go into a bag. Just go ahead and move all those over. I'm glad I finally got this in because it's a huge time saver and it will make future tests just that much faster. The second thing that I've worked on, I mentioned last month, is item splitting. So if we hold down our left shift and drag that over, we get this pop-up here. Since this item had more than the maximum stack size, then the most that we can put in the new stack is up to the maximum stack, which for the case of logs is a stack of 5. And of course we can do anywhere between 1 and 5. So let's go ahead and do 5. And as you can see, we've got a new stack here, 5, and we've got 35 there. Now, with that, I've also noticed some problems with moving items and combining items, like if you were harvesting. So let's go over here to this rhyolite. And we'll harvest here. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, well, I know the trees work, so we'll come over here. There we go. And open that up. And of course we can just quickly move these over. One of the things that I had noticed before was that if I were to try and combine items, just dragging from different inventories, that it would not work. But as we can see, it does now work. There are some other fancy features that I've put in, so let's go ahead and make this a bit smaller. So, let me bring that back up here. So since the item that we're splitting is not more than the maximum stack size, then we can only split up to the maximum -1. So we'll always have 2 stacks. I'll just go ahead and split this one again, I suppose. One of the things that I put in was that if you have just 2 items in a stack and you wanted to split it, that it would just automatically do 1 and 1. I thought that was a pretty convenient thing to put in rather than redundantly asking how much you want to put in. Well, you can only do 1, so. I have also been working on the building crafting. Crafting within a building. Let me run back over here. And we will need to set up a building. And I apologize for the camera flickering. That's been a long-standing issue that I've never quite found the root of. So go ahead and build this. Now, one of the things that I will need to work on in the future is quick moving things out of the character inventory. That is not something that's been set up yet. Go ahead and put all those in there. Start building. And I will need those to build a house. Alright. So I have been working on improving how the recipes and the queue system works. So we'll go and add some workers. I've also changed how the progress is calculated towards the crafting. Before it was... Oops, not that. So, like, the crafting of the wood planks, it takes 30 seconds per run. And how I did it before was that depending on how many workers you had assigned to the building, would adjust how much time was required to have elapsed. And each second would be a full second towards that progress time. But I realized that that could be abused. Say you had several different buildings all doing crafting, and they all did 30 seconds or something of that sort. You could just assign one worker so that you have the minimum number to actually do any crafting, wait 30 seconds, and then assign workers to the suggested amount. And then the crafting would be done, because the craft time that would have to have been required would then be cut back to 30 seconds. What I've done instead is, depending on how many workers you have, will adjust how much time each second contributes to the craft time. The craft time doesn't change, it's just how much each second contributes. So where the woodworker requires or recommends 2 workers, if you only had 1, each second would only contribute half a second towards the crafting time. But with that aside, I'll go ahead and get some crafting going. And if we go back in here, as we saw, there's this new tab, and if we click on that, then we get this. It's very basic right now, crafting preview, and this is our current progress, our current craft. We're making any plank, any wood plank. Right now it is making pine planks, and right here we see the number of runs that we have told it to do, and since it just completed one, it ticked it down to 4. And of course, if we go into our inventory, here we say we've got 3 pine planks. So aside from those things, I've been working on just kind of minor bugs and issues that I have been coming across here and there. I will be working on improving even further the the craft queue window here. Kind of making small improvements here and there, making it a little bit more friendly, and giving more options to managing the crafting queue. So I think that is about it for today. So until next time, be good.